Hi. Hello, hello. For those of you that don't know me, some of you we have not met yet. My name's Elaine Turso, and I am a mentor, a strategist, a coach, accountability partner, a talk it out buddy, all of the things that we need as entrepreneurs to help us reach our goals. That is what I do. That is what I help people with. And I have discovered a tool. I don't know about you, but I have shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome is what my dad lovingly refers to as squirrel. Anyone else? Anyone else have shiny object syndrome? Like you are plugging right along and you're doing good, and then all of a sudden you get completely distracted and what you were working on now is non-existent anymore. Like you've gone down the rabbit hole, Pinterest, into Facebook, into Instagram, into completely doing something else. Anyone else? That's me. And so what I had to do was I actually had to, I did this thing a couple years ago that really helped, but then I just found a new tool that is helping me even more. So here's what I did. I created what I call the dream calendar. And what I did was I printed out a blank Google Calendar, had nothing on it, just the dates. And I filled it out with what I call my non-negotiables. So what are things that you need to do every single day, or that are appointments that are set in stone? If you need to drop your children off at school at 9 o'clock every morning, that's a non-negotiable, right? If you have a recurring appointment every month or every week or whatever, it's a non-negotiable. So you put them all in there. And how often do you want to work in your business? Add time in there. How often do you need to have self-care time? Put that in there. Like, build your dream calendar. Right? No excuses, just write it all in there. Then here's the trick. This is what I did. I put it all into Google. I color coded it. It's beautiful. I love my Google Calendar. It works a lot better for me than a paper planner. Some people are paper people, and more power to you. I cannot seem to get my head wrapped around that. So here's what I discovered is this app called aTimelogger. Small a, capital T, time logger. And what it allows me to do is I try to look at my tasks. If someone was paying you to do work for them, would you be slacking off and getting distracted on social media or other platforms? Probably not. Someone else paying you to do work. What if you were to look at your work as that someone was paying you for that? What if you were to categorize that and keep track of it in a way to figure out how much time are you spending on doing work? Okay, so for my photographer friends in the group, so retired photographer here, what I would do is I would count how much time I was spending editing or designing albums or consultations or anything like that, right? And what it does is it allows me to see how much time am I spending on these tasks, and is that the best use of my time? I discovered editing photos was not the best use of my time, and I started hiring someone else to do it, and it was the best money I ever spent. Not even gonna lie to you. Because it would take me the entire day to edit a full boudoir photo shoot, and that was not the best use of my time. I can't do marketing. I can't meet with, I'm stuck in front of a computer for 8 hours a day, and that's not how I wanted to spend my time. So I figured out what I could delegate and what I couldn't. So what you can do with this aTimelogger app is that you can break your day up into segments. So if you put on your to-do list, like usually every morning I make myself a list of the things that I need to focus on that day. And I use Google Keep because I love that it has little check boxes, right? is I can say, today I need to do this, this, and this, right? And I might add those into my time logger. They have fun little icons, which I love. They're hysterical because there's one for like, people track weird things. I'll just say that. People track weird things and they make icons to track weird things. I took out everything that I didn't need to worry about. Like I took out entertainment. Like, I don't care how much time I spend watching a movie, right? That's not important to me. What is important to me is that I want to think of myself that someone is paying me. I am paying me. So am I being focused or am I getting distracted? So I say, okay, Elaine, you have 2 hours to get this task done. And I set my time logger, I select the category, and it automatically starts counting my time. If I need to take a break, if I need to get some water, use the restroom, go put a load of laundry in the dryer, I press pause and I come back and I eliminate all of my distractions on my computer by not allowing the Facebook app to be open. Really hard, by the way, because my phone is constantly pinging. I turn my phone on silent so that I don't get, and I also removed notifications of Facebook off of my phone. The exception would be like a private message that comes through, but I don't get pinged every time someone comments on something anymore. I had to take that off because it is distracting and I'm not productive. So I sit down and I make sure before I start whatever it is that I'm working on, do I have everything that I need off of the internet in order to complete this task? So if I am working on designing a workbook for somebody, do I have everything I need up front to get started? Because I don't want to have to keep going into Facebook Messenger, for example, where she told me all the things. I need to get all of it off somewhere else, so I print it out. And then I have that reference instead of having to go back into the Facebook or Messenger to get the information, because then I could find myself down the rabbit hole. And I just have to remind myself that someone else is paying me, and they're not paying me to be on the internet. They're not paying me to surf the web. So I need to be organized. I need to be intentional and say, you know what? Build yourself time to procrastinate. Put schedule time to say, you know what? In 30 minutes, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to put my time on pause and I'm going to browse Facebook for 20 minutes just to get your fix or whatever your vice is, right? Instagram or Pinterest or whatever. We get distracted because we feel like we're missing out on something. And what if you are wasting so much time? Like, if you think about how much time you waste scrolling and scrolling and scrolling mindlessly just because you're trying to not think about sometimes how miserable we are, right? We don't feel fulfilled. We have comparisonitis, where we want to see everyone else's highlight reel and think that they're living some lavish lifestyle that is fake. Okay, so it's just important that you figure out what is going to work for you. What works for me may not work for you, but whether that you need sticky notes as reminders, whether you need shock therapy, just kidding. I don't know if that exists or not, but I always thought how funny it would be if we got shocked every time we got off track and started going down the rabbit hole, and it would shock you back into like, oh, nope, sorry, I'm not supposed to be there. Like, how funny would that be? Just saying, that would be a really hysterical invention for someone. But once I changed my thought process and said, I need to look at this as if someone else is paying me to do my own work, or is someone paying me to do work for them? They are not paying me. I should not be paying me to get distracted and find squirrels on the interwebs, because, oh man, there are so many rabbit holes to go down. So many. So download aTimelogger. It's in the App Store. It's free. I love free, and really figure out what are the things that you want to track. So I have named all of my icons based on the projects that I'm working on, like who is paying me for this. Okay, so I have different names of my clients where I'm working on projects for them, and so I have their name there. And every time I get started, I click the button and I get started, and I press pause if I need to take a break, etc. So that's pretty much what I do in order to keep myself on track and on target. So I hope this helps you. So print out a blank Google Calendar, create your dream calendar. How do you want it to look? Fill it all in, non-negotiables, and then fill in your day around your non-negotiables. Download the aTimelogger app and create the icons and the tasks that you want to work on every day. Have a morning to-do list or focus list or intentions list, whatever you want to call it. I like to call them planned accomplishments, where you are saying that you are going to do these tasks today. Shut down any browsers, plan in advance, know what you need to work on. Do you have the information that you need first before you start working on that project? And give yourself time to get up and take breaks. That is really important. It will help you stay focused. Do you like to listen to music? Do you like to listen to podcasts or books on tape or whatever as you're working? Whatever that is, figure out what works for you. But make sure that you just know that you are not focused, and what do you need to do to get back to focus? I find that, the world now is full of distractions, and we have to make really serious attempts to stay focused and not in distractions. It's ridiculous. So it's hard. Totally know that how hard it is, because I've been there, and it's really hard to stay out of the rabbit hole. So I hope that this helps you in some way. Feel free to share any things that work for you, like what works for you to stay focused. I know there are some apps or programs or something where you can put it on your computer that you're not allowed to open up certain websites or something. I don't know what it's called, but I know they exist. So I'm just curious, what do you use to stay focused? What techniques or apps or tools or whatever do you use to stay focused? And let's help each other stay focused, because when we are focused and we are dedicated and we have intentions, we get work done, y'all. And that's the whole point of this, is getting the work done. Getting the work done. But give yourself time to procrastinate. Give yourself time to have distractions. This is not a cold turkey situation. This is, what do you need to do to get the task done today? So I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you later. I'll be sending out some information here soon about the challenge that starts on Monday. So make sure that you check your email. If you put in your email address when you signed up, I will be sending you something, and I'll be posting some stuff in the group as well about where to get your workbook, because I love to make workbooks. If you don't know that about me, I do. I love them. So I'll see you guys later. Have a fabulous day. See you later.